Identify a risk or assessed by the auditor as to significance of account of its likely impact by way of material misstatement appearing in the financial statement by affecting the internal control system. What may be the points of indication that may direct the auditor to judge the risk of identified may be significant? This is a question. So what do you need to do? Point the identification that may be directed by the auditor to judge the risk of identified may be significant. So in standard of auditing 315, identifying assessing the risk of material misstatement throughout through understanding the entity and its environment. First, you want to write one mark. As part of the risk assessment, the auditor shall determine whether any of the risk identified or in auditor's judgment significant risk. So assessment is to be done as per the auditor's judgment, where that the auditor judgment is in risk. In exercising the judgment, auditor shall execute the effect of identified control related to the risk. So judgment to be exercised, but whether the judgment is any kind of risk, where material misstatement is left out, we need to take into consideration. In exercising the judgment as to whether risk of significant risk, auditor shall consider at least the following. What he need to consider the following: whether the risk is a risk of fraud. First point. Whether the risk is related to the recent significant economic, accounting, or other development like changes in regulatory environment, or therefore require specific attention. First, the risk what is arising to fraud, or the risk is arising because there is a change in accounting statement from a gap to India they have followed. There is an indirect tax GST being changed from service tax to GST. Such kind of changes are there. Such kind of things we are seeing whether there is there. Second, complexity of transaction. How complex it is. Is a simple one-to-one transactions or it's going different ledger and coming to it. Whether the risk involves significant transaction to related parties, whether related party transactions are involved and that is posing a risk when we see. Degree of subjectivity in measuring the financial information relating to risk, especially those arrangement involving wide range of measurement uncertainty. Sometimes what will happen, this risk is maybe due to uncertainty may be causing the risk. And then whether the risk involves significant transactions that are outside the normal course of business of the entire entity and otherwise appearing unusual. Um, our business is to do this business. We have, as per the memorandum of accounts, this is our business. But these transactions are outside the scope of the business. How we going to understand that? That is also an important point. So these are the kind of risk. So the degree of sensitivity also we need to take into consideration. The degree of subjectivity measured to financial information related to a risk, especially whose measurement involving wide range of measurement of uncertainty. These are the points to be taken into consideration while understanding defining the risk.